The Dangerous Tour Miracle, Michael Jackson. Chapter 1. The Announcement. In early 1992, the world buzzed with a single name, Michael Jackson. He was not just a singer. He was a phenomenon, a living legend whose music, dance, and aura reached into every corner of the globe. When Michael announced his Dangerous World Tour, the promise was bigger than any concert before. It was not just a tour, it was a mission. Michael declared that every dollar from the tour would go to his Heal the World Foundation, to feed children, fund hospitals, and give hope where despair lived. The world cheered, but behind the cheers lurked shadows, exhaustion, sabotage, greed, and danger. Michael whispered to his team before the first show, "This tour won't just be dangerous by name. It's going to test me. But God is with us. And the miracle will come." Chapter 2. The First Storm. The tour opened in Munich, June 1992. The stadium was a sea of faces, 72,000 people screaming, crying, fainting. Michael stood backstage, dressed in gold, his heart pounding. He prayed silently, "Let me give them joy. Let me give them love. Protect me, Lord." The lights went black, a heartbeat pulsed through the speakers. Then, boom, Michael shot out of the stage trapdoor like a rocket, landing perfectly still, statuesque. For 2 full minutes, he didn't move. The crowd screamed so loud it shook the ground. Some collapsed in tears. Some held their hands to the sky as if they had seen an angel descend. But Michael's legs trembled. He had injured his back in rehearsals, and the pain was fire. He thought he might collapse. Then something strange happened. He felt warmth surge through him, as if invisible hands lifted his body. He straightened. The pain faded. The show began, and the miracle held. Chapter 3. A Tour of Dangers. The Dangerous Tour pushed Michael to his limits. In Bucharest, the stage almost collapsed when a storm ripped across the stadium. Yet, as if by fate, the wind died the second he stepped out. In Tokyo, a pyrotechnic misfire nearly burned him, but a dancer shoved him aside at the last second, taking the hit instead. In Mexico City, the oxygen mask he used before the show malfunctioned, nearly causing him to faint. Somehow, he lasted 3 hours on stage without breaking once. But the greatest danger was not fire or storms. It was his own body. Exhaustion, stress, and loneliness haunted him. Backstage, Michael often sat alone, head bowed, whispering, "God, they see the star, but you see me. Give me the strength to keep going. Let me be your instrument." And each night, no matter how weak he felt, when the lights hit, he became unstoppable, as if miracles carried him through. Chapter 4. The Night of Collapse. In August 1993, in Singapore, the miracle seemed to vanish. Moments before stepping on stage, Michael collapsed. His body simply gave out. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital. The stadium of 70,000 fans waited in confusion. Doctors said, "You cannot go on. You need weeks to rest." But Michael wept, whispering, "I don't want to disappoint them. The children, the world." He lay in bed, feverish, weak, torn between duty and survival. That night, fans stood outside the hospital, holding candles, singing his songs. Thousands prayed together, their voices rising into the night sky. And something shifted. By morning, Michael rose. His body still frail, but his spirit burning. He returned to the stage 2 nights later, not because he was healed, but because something miraculous carried him there, the prayers of millions. Chapter 5. The Miracle of Dangerous. The tour finally ended in November 1993. Over 3.5 million people had witnessed it. Millions of dollars had gone to charity. Hospitals had been built. Children had been fed. Michael stood alone after the last show, looking at the empty stadium. The silence was deafening after months of screams. He closed his eyes and whispered, "It wasn't me. It was never me. The miracle is love. That's what kept me alive." And for the first time in years, he smiled with peace. Sparkles. This is the first 25 minutes of detailed behind-the-scenes struggles, injuries, betrayals, exhaustion. Real events from the Dangerous Tour blended with miraculous, spiritual storytelling. A huge emotional climax where Michael nearly loses everything but finds divine strength.